Yes, so pretty much, I know you said that it took you a couple of years to finally finish writing, versus for me, I finished mine in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But I've always had a
Wow.
passion for writing, but I never thought I can actually become an author. So now I'm getting to the point where I
Mm.
have to now walk in it. Like I can't doubt myself. I am an author now, stuff of that nature. Do you sometimes feel a little
Mm-hmm.
conflicted with the change of how everything changed for you now in life as an editor, as a creator, as a writer? How do you deal with that?
So I think that, sometimes it's really overwhelming. Anyways, I just feel like, it's just the growth for me. I'm growing in it and taking it one step at a time. It feels a little bit different. Sometimes I'm like, oh, maybe I should just stop everything and focus on one thing. You know how they say, oh, if you're doing a lot of stuffs, you won't be able to master them. But I just believe that you can do a
Mhm.
lot of stuffs and master it. It just takes time and it just takes you consistently growing in it. So, you know, not really much of a change, but I just feel like it has challenged me. It has actually stretched me. And so now I feel like I have the capacity to do a lot of things just because I did not restrict myself to just one thing. So yeah.
It's funny you say that because before this, I always
Mm,
used to walk with a lot of fear. Like you say, victory over fear. Uh,
mm,
for example, I might apply for a job. They might call me for an interview. I'll be so afraid to even go to the interview. I'll talk myself out of it. I
mm,
might not even go to the interview, right? I was so afraid of walking into new rooms. But
mm,
since I published this book and it's a children's book, now I have schools calling me. I have
yeah.
parents, churches, a lot of people calling me to come present, to teach about financial
Mm,
literacy and stuff like that. So now I'm so comfortable in the unknown because this book and writing has forced me into so many rooms because now I'm
mm,
speaking in front of a classroom, a whole auditorium and stuff of that nature. So now I'm very comfortable and confident. So I definitely got some victory over my fear because now there's nothing I feel like I can't do. You can call
honestly.
me tomorrow for an exam to go fly a plane. I've never done it before. And I feel like I'll be the best pilot I ever lived. So
Mm-hmm.
it's really cool. Sometimes, like you say, you just get called to do things.
Mm-hmm.
And this has definitely been something that I've noticed became a big change for me since writing. My
Mm.
confidence has grown a lot.
Yeah. Same here actually. I just feel like sometimes when God calls us to do something, we might think it's just about writing a book, but it changes a lot in us. Like you said, right now, I feel like I'm not even afraid of anybody. I used to be a very shy person, and sometimes when people see me speak now, and people who have known me when I used to be shy, they are very marveled because a lot has changed. So I just feel like sometimes when God is calling us to do something, it's not just it's not just focused on just writing a book. Through the obedience of writing the book, he was able to also work in you to the point where you're not even afraid to do things anymore. So if he's telling you now to do another thing, because you took that first step of doing the first thing he told you, you're not afraid of doing what the other things he calls you to do. So I just feel like it's really important, even if we feel afraid, to just, if God is saying you should do it, it means he has equipped you to do it. So even if you feel afraid to do it afraid. Yeah.
Yeah, just do it. Just do it, period. I always tell the kids that just believe in yourself.
Mm,
Try. Don't
yeah.
don't be afraid to start anything up.
Mm-hmm.
And I've noticed too now
Mm,
the struggle that also comes because that's the benefits, right? We're talking about the benefits of writing and the
yeah.
good things of creating, but everything has a everything is a balance, right? All good things, there's always the bad that comes as well. What are some
Yeah.
bad things that have came towards you since you started this and being more out there and not being shy anymore?
I can't really think if there is any bad thing. Maybe I won't call it bad thing, but I'll just say maybe
Mhm.
unfamiliar things, things that never
Okay, yeah, that's a
I would
better way to
never
put it.
expect. Yeah. Things that, before I would never expect would happen. Things like people reaching out to you. And sometimes just because you have written a book, people just feel like you know too much, you know. People reaching out to you for advice and all of that. It's not a bad thing per se, but it's just something that is really unfamiliar and things it's just something that might be uncomfortable, especially if it's not something you usually used to do. So I feel like there's this I don't know how to put it, but there's just people just place you so high that sometimes they forget you're human. Yeah.
Exactly. They put a lot comes on your shoulders.
Yeah.
And not to say it's a bad thing because we can't complain about what we asked for, right? But
Mm-hmm.
like you said, we are human. We do have feelings, and you do
Yeah.
feel overwhelmed sometimes.
True.
For example, for me, I won't say it's a bad thing, but a lot of my relationships are now being altered, right? Because I'm not the
Yeah.
same guy I was before that could always be there for everybody. I could always
Mm-hmm.
pick up the phone. My nieces, nephews, they can't hear, oh, I got this meeting today. I got this
Mm,
going on. I gotta be here.
for
They
real.
don't care. They
Mm,
just want me there, right? So my friends, they might want to go hang out here or there. There's certain places I can't go anymore now because
mhm,
now I'm having these meetings with the presidents of the parent associations and I'm partnering
mhm.
with this council member to do this. So now I have a different spotlight on me from what I had before,
Yeah.
and sometimes people might think you are trying to be bigger than or better than, but
Mm,
that's not really the case. It's just sometimes you walk into a different light and
yeah.
you have a new responsibility, right? I'm a
True.
children's author. I have a bunch of children and students looking at me now. I have to be a good
Exactly.
role model. I can't get caught up in certain things.
Yeah.
So that's something I've really been battling with, still trying to remain grounded and still be
Mhm.
who I was and not completely change. But I do realize I have to make some changes in some
Yeah.
decisions I make. So it's not a bad thing, like you say, it's just
Yeah.
unfamiliar.
Mm-hmm. It's not really bad. So I want to ask
So
you,
Mhm.
yeah. So, what did you, should I say, what season were you in when you decided to write this book? What was that thing you were going through, or what came to your mind? What was that prompt you had, or that leading you had to write a book on finances?
That's actually a really good question that I actually never even thought to ask myself. So
Mm,
the season I was in was I was just thinking of ways to express myself, new
mm,
ways to, because I was already working with a lot of adults talking about stuff like this.
mm,
And I just had an idea one day of maybe, let me jot this down. If I was to teach a kid, if I had a kid, how would
mm.
I teach them? And I just started jotting things down. And then
Wow.
one day I said, you know what? This is something people would love. Let me put this out.
Yeah.
And from there, I spoke with my team. I have a team. I have an illustrator. I have my assistant, everything. And I pitched the idea to them, some of the letters, like, hey, how about B is for budgeting? The letter
Mm,
C is like credit. And then it all came together. And it really was just a season of, always knowing I could do bigger and better. It's time to get up and move forward and start doing that. Take that next
mm,
step in life. I wanted to do more for myself
mm.
and get into these rooms with the president of this speaker, this person. I wanted to do speaking events. So I pitched this idea. I started dishing out the book to people and talking to people, and the feedback was so big from the
Wow.
before it was published. I said, okay, I'm gonna publish. Go ahead, man. Let's see what happens. And now I'm doing pretty well. So
I
you
see.
know,
That's actually so good.
I wasn't really thinking about it. So
Hmm. That's actually so good. And I also love the fact that you wrote a book on finances for the kids, because foundation really matters. For some of us who were not taught all of this in schools, you know, and then having a book that teaches kids as little as they are about their finances, so that when they become an adult, they're not confused, because some of us got into adulthood confused about our finances. So I think it's a very good thing that there is a book for kids that talks about their finances and like teaches them more about it. So that's so good.
so that's the main thing I hear now from the administration or people in the schools. They're like, wow, this is something we really need. And that's my main goal, to try to
Mm.
implement this into the school systems, and not just here, not just my state, not just my city, not just this country. I want this to be a part of early education all over the world. So that's my end goal. That's, I wouldn't say end goal. I have no end goal, because once you reach it, you always go get another one. But
Mhm. True.
that's what I really want to do, because, like you said, you get older and you're so confused. You made so many bad decisions already. So now when you
Mm.
have someone that can come and teach you these things early, you can avoid making the mistakes. So let me ask you, are you working on any
Okay.
project right now? Any book, any short excerpt, poem, any, are you writing still?
So currently, I'm not working on. I wouldn't say I'm working on any project right now. I'll just say I have visions of projects I'm going to start working on soon, but I'm not working on any project right now. I still write. I write
Mhm.
for magazines and, but that's per work basis. But for my like personal projects, currently I'm
Mhm.
not working on any for now. How about you?
Nice. I haven't wrote anything since I published this book. I haven't had the time. I really haven't. I'm still working a full-time job. So working the job while managing the meetings, going to schools and the marketing. Like right now, I'm just on autopilot. But I feel like this was such a nice piece of work. For me to top this, I have to sit down and really give it my best. But I
True.
am working on a surprise that I'm probably going to announce this week.
Oh wow,
And I don't know if I want to share that yet. Yeah, I have.
no
I'm
problem.
about to launch something this week.
Wow,
Hopefully,
can't wait for it.
everything is finished and finalized this week. But so I'm taking a break from writing for
Mm.
now, but I have something really big coming in a couple days, hopefully. So
I can't wait.
yes, I know. I'm excited, and we got to do some. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe like a collab kind of, because I know the people who see this might not know, but you're
Mm.
very involved in the church, and some of your work is revolved around that too.
Yeah.
And I'm working on right now a presentation for one of the churches that
Oh
reached out
wow.
to me to come teach them about finance and stuff. So maybe I could come to you for some tips, because I want to still make it like a faith based workshop and still
Yeah.
incorporate, you know, a
Yeah.
financial aspect. So that's something I got to work on too. See how I could
That's so
kind
good.
of, not cross the two, but keep it aligned somewhat for the
Yeah.
Sunday school or even some of the adults.
That's so good.
I'm definitely trying. So, for a closing statement, is there anything You want to tell the people who are going to see this, who are watching, where they could find you, anything you want them to know about you or what you're doing?
Okay, you can find me on my social medias on Instagram, Rejoice Anosi at Joyce Lens. On Facebook, Rejoice Anosi. I'm on TikTok as Rejoice Anosi. I recently joined Twitter, but I don't think you need that anyways. But you can still find me on Twitter at Rejoice Lens. Yeah, and one thing I'm going to say to the people who would see this video, who are currently watching, is that you have all it takes to do it. You have all it takes to do it. It's just you limiting yourself. Sometimes when God gives us a vision, we feel like it's too big for us. But I always say that if God has given you a vision, it means He has equipped you for it. It means that He knows you're able to do it. And so just do it. Just start the business. Just write the book. Just do it. You feel like you can't do it. You feel like you don't have the capacity, but just do it. You have no idea how many people what you do is going to bless. And sometimes we need to know that all of what we do is not about us. It's really not about us. It's about the people who are going to see what we do and be transformed. It's about the people, like, I feel like it's just a chain. So if I say yes to what God is saying, telling me to do, it makes another person say yes, because they can now, let's say I write a book, they can read my book and it's telling them to say yes. When they say yes, they're imparting other people. It's just a chain. So when you say no, think about the number of people who will not step into their calling and purpose. So I'm just saying today you have to say yes to the things that God is laying in your heart, the things that you want to do. Just say yes to it. Yeah.
I love that. And you can find me on social media, Stack and Stay Low. I'm a children's author, but I have a lot of lessons and tips and advice for adults as well. We always stack high and stay low. We stay humble and keep our finances high. My only thing I want to tell you guys is never use the word little in life. You don't have a little idea, you don't have a little project. Nothing is little. Think of yourself as the biggest as you can. Always reach for the moon. If you fall or you fail, you still land pretty high, right? So
Yeah.
just try and always think of yourself as the biggest you might be. No matter what you're going through today, tough times never last, tough people do. So I want to thank you, Rejoice, for giving me your time. It's always a pleasure. And
Same here.
thank you to everyone who's been here watching. And please go get Victory Over Fear and go get Cash Class A to Z.
Yeah, yeah. Available on
All right,
Amazon.
Rejoice, we'll talk soon. Oh,
Yeah.
there we go. Show them, show them.
Available on Amazon, on Barnes and Noble as well. Yeah.
Nice. I got to get on Barnes and Nobles. People keep telling me that. But I'm on Amazon only right
Yeah.
now. I prefer Amazon
Okay.
because I'm a shareholder in Amazon, man.
Wow.
I'm faithful to my company. That's so Cash Class A to Z. Thank you, Rejoice, and we'll be in touch. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day, and everyone
Thank you so
watching,
much.
thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day too.
You too.
Okay, take care.
Thank you. All right. Bye.